All right, let's do this. Woohoo! It's looking good. Let's hit record on this thing.
That would be important. What up,
Hey,
Josh?
Dave. Do you think since you've joined this show that...
What up, Josh? Why did I put an accent on that?
Do you think since you've joined this show that your luck has gotten worse?
So bad. I mean, I don't even... what a mistake. That's it. Final episode, Guardian Outpost. I'm going to reach out to someone else to get them on the show, man. I don't need this disaster in my life. Jeez. Nothing can go right. It all happened when I joined the Lootcast. I mean, the minute I got that phone call and I said, yes, let's do it, a roof nearly fell on my head. What is this? Oh, well, it's just a coincidence.
Oh, my... Yeah. Front page of Twitch today, and your internet is nowhere to be found.
Although, silver lining, my face was plastered on the front page of Twitch, which was awesome. My wife took a screenshot of it, and she's like, "Look, you're on front page." So if people went to twitch.tv today, my face was plastered right in the front. It was great. It might have scared some people off.
Well, it didn't scare me. I was there.
Good.
I was there
You've seen it in
crying
person,
with you.
so,
But
I mean, when you see it on screen, it's not as scary.
Mega Magwitch is here. Says I'm here to replace Geo. What?
You know what? Mega Magwitch is hilarious. He's got a personality. He's got a sweet Back to the Future hat, a sweet beard. You guys would fit like peas and honey.
So let's. This is gonna be a longer intro than normal, but it's okay because since Mega Magwitch is
style of intro where it's like 15 minutes long and then the title card comes up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, funny thing happened. While at GuardianCon, I met Mega Magwitch for the second time, and we were talking. And I walked up to him while he was with his wife, and I said, "Hey, I think our beards need to touch, right?" And so our beards touched, and then I looked at his wife, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but you and probably quite a few other women in here probably just got pregnant.
No wonder the earth rumbled for a minute. I'm like, what was that tremor? I thought we were in Florida.
Yeah. Well, guess what? She got pregnant like a day or two. Like, with...
She actually is pregnant. Oh boy, Mag, you might want to check that.
Yes, and he's telling me like, "Hey, you're paying child support." I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm really not. Like, I'm not responsible for what my beard does." But like, she told him like, "Hey, when you and that guy touched beards, like, it's right within the time."
Oh boy, you know what? You were the aphrodisiac for that evening.
Apparently. Well, now that this thing's just gone off the rails. The Lootcast starts now. What is going on? Welcome to episode 111 of the Lootcast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. I've got Guardian Outpost with me, and we are ready to talk about some Destiny. But before we do, guys, if you would like to get yourself a free book from Audible, go to audibletrial.com/thelootcast, and there you can pick from something like 30,000 titles. And I just finished Console Wars, which is all about Sega and Nintendo back in the 80s and 90s, and it's so good. So good. It's nonfiction, but kind of written like fiction in a way, the way it's the writing style. So it's not just like a it doesn't feel like a history book. It feels like there's characters, and you're with those characters and living out those characters' lives. So it's really a good, great book. So that's Console Wars. That's audibletrial.com/thelootcast. And you get yourself a book there. Also patreon.com/thelootcast. You can go check that out there. And guys, I have a Nintendo podcast called the Nintendo Powercast that you can find on Google Play, iTunes, all the above. And Guardian Outpost streams every day, twitch.tv/Guardian Outpost, starting at 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 a.m. Eastern, and
11 a.m. UK time.
I love
GMT.
There you go. So, yeah, and this guy is the man. Even when he has bad luck, he's still like he just presses on. So, if you want to see somebody playing some Destiny or Borderlands or many other shooters, go check him out. Every morning, Monday through Friday. Twitch.tv/Guardian Outpost.
Yeah, occasional weekend, so follow me on Twitter as well. Guardian Outpost.
Yeah, there you go. Follow his Twitter. So, man, we do this show live. Twitch.tv/N64Josh. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Guys, if you're in here with us live already, thank you so much. Mega Manwich, Wib, anybody else that's just lurking, thank you. We appreciate it. So, yeah. Whew.
Out of breath already? We just started.
We got a trailer. Hang on, I need oxygen. Oxygen? No. We got a Destiny 2 trailer. That's yeah, it was definitely awesome. Like, give me kind of just your initial reaction when you saw it.
Epic. I mean, I'm ready to watch a Destiny movie. Like, it was good. Listen, Bungie does a good trailer. Bungie are very good at trailers. They've done, everything they've come at with us with Destiny, live action trailers, commercials, vid docs, like they have, video documentaries like they like to do. They do very good trailer. They do it very good. So this is just another one. You can chalk it up to just another great trailer. Everything they put out is really good. You saw some cutscenes in there. You saw some things that you hope to see in the game. We'll talk about some of those things later. But it looks like an epic. Like an epic. You know what I mean? Like Avengers 1, like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and all these movies were great on their own, and then they got together and they created an epic, So this is what it feels like, Destiny 2, the epic trailer of this epic, new adventure that we're going on. All the enemies look bigger, the game looks smoother. They showed us a couple of in-game footage, and it looks really good. It looks really good. But again, Destiny does good trailers. They do really, really good trailers. So, trailer wise, 2 thumbs up. And, yeah, the game looks bigger in scale. The enemies look bigger, and there was more story in this trailer than there was in Destiny 1. All of Destiny 1.
You said it before. That was the next thing I was going to say.
There was more story in this, just in the 15 seconds of dialogue between Cade, Ikora, and Zavala, and then all of Destiny 1, which is kind of sad, but it was a good trailer, and it's gotten me really excited. I've been holding back my excitement for Destiny 2 for a while, but now it's time. Now it's time to let go, man. We're as of this recording, we're 6 days away from the beta, the PC beta. And then right after that, after the PC beta is done, we just wait 3 more days, and bam, the game is here. So 9 days really. Do we have 9 days? Are we for the next 9 days? In the next 2 weeks, we won't be playing Destiny, but there will be a little Destiny in the middle. So I'm very, very excited, man.
Yeah, man. I went and watched the trailer again before we started the show, just because I wanted to have it fresh on my mind. And literally what you said about there's more story in this trailer than there was in Destiny 1. And it really kind of felt that way. I was just like, this has got me excited for PvE in a way that I wasn't before I watched it. I mean, I've said it on the show already that PvP is where I feel like I'm going to be more focused. But man, after seeing all this look, probably the best thing about this trailer to me is there was no cheesy, I speak space turtle or whatever that stupid line was, right? You remember some of the commercials for Destiny 1, they were trying to go for this Guardians of the Galaxy before Guardians of the Galaxy was even a thing. And to me, it never really worked. Like, it just came off as kind of corny. And seeing them, basically, I would refer to this trailer as like the Empire Strikes Back trailer, right? Where it's like, there's bad stuff going down, and we don't know what's going to happen, right? And the first thing that I have in our list of notes is the speaker has been taken captive.
Which is which we all were wondering what happened to the speaker. What happened to the speaker? They haven't mentioned anything about the speaker, and we finally see that he got captured. You brought up a good point. This was a PvE heavy trailer. Most Destiny trailers always feature Crucible in it. It always features like, oh, you get to do this, you get to do that, and then you got the Crucible, and then you got more, and then this was a straight up, this is what the story's gonna be about. It's gonna be all PvE, and I'm a PvE guy. I love PvP. I love PvP, but I'm a PvE guy. Which it did get my PvE side of me tingling, saying, oh, I can't wait. But yeah, speaker taken captive. Let's see what that leads to. A lot of theories being thrown around. Some people out there saying, well, I guess this means speaker and the Traveler are not evil. I throw around theory. Well, maybe he let himself get captured, and it's a ploy. I don't know. Maybe no. So we finally get to see what we saw with the speaker. There was a bigger dude. Just as big dude walking behind Gary in that part as well. So I'm interested to find out about that guy. Is that a raid boss? Is that a raid boss? Is that a strike boss? Who's that guy that was in the room as well? With Gary, Gary Gall. Bungie ruined it, man. I'm sorry, Bungie. He's gonna be Gary forever. I mean, maybe they did that.
Yeah, call him Gary. It's fine.
He's not gonna be Gall. We probably won't respect his name until we first wipe in the raid. Oh well, he ain't Gary anymore. Now he's Gall. So it was good to see. Good to see that they had the speaker in there, and let's see what happens, man. Does he suck the light out of him? Does he harvest him like in BioShock and take the light out of him? Does he use him to use the light? Like, how is Gaul gonna take the light from us? Does he need the speaker like to harness that light, or can he just kind of like put his hands on him and kind of take his light? Does he have magical powers? Is he just a warlord? So many questions just from that one little scene. It's like, all right, he wants our light. How does he plan on taking, our light from us? You know what I mean? Yeah,
and it's the one. So okay, I'm gonna make a complaint. All right, it doesn't mean I hate Destiny. It doesn't mean that I'm being salty. But the one thing that bothered me a little bit about the trailer is that we saw that rehashed, like the recut of him kicking that Titan off and saying, I've taken your light, or well, I don't know the exact line. And I feel like with what you're saying right there, they may have been able to tease just a little bit more of what actually happened instead of just rehashing it. It's a minor complaint. Like that was the only thing, is everything seems so fresh and new and like, oh my gosh, look at all the stuff we're seeing, and then I've already seen that. Why'd they cut that back in? Like,
I feel like that scene where he kicks us off the ship, is gonna lead into the scene where we see the Traveler, where he's gonna kick us off the ship. He's going to turn around, walk back into his ship, and then that's when we're going to see the speaker. I think it's a part of a longer cutscene. So I think he's just going to, after he kicks us off and we take our ghost, I don't know if we die. Don't think we die. I'll go back to this part. It'll, tie it all in. I'm doing my storyboarding here right now. I imagine that, he kicks us off, goes back inside, and that's where we see the speaker coming off the ground, and he's talking to him about taking his light or whatever. We meet that other guy, and then fade to black, and then fade in with our guardian falling from the ship, just falling on the ground, and then somebody discovering that guardian and bringing him over to bring him over to Zavala, Cade, and Ikora, unless that Guardian dies, and then that Guardian falls, and then we have to create a new Guardian. But I think that's what's gonna happen. Where like that Guardian's gonna fall, and then it's gonna extend to that cutscene where we see Cade, Zavala, and Ikora standing around a town. I mean, it just seems. I think that's the reason why they would put that in there. I don't think they put that in there because they didn't have any more footage. I think that's a part of it. It's a quick cutscene. Like the cutscene immediately, after he kicks us off, he laughs, ha 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 ha, and then it kind of fades to dark, and we're done.
Yeah, I mean, what do you really think that may be the case, that we actually are done and we start a new, like, lightless Guardian?
There's so many things that went around. Well, months ago they said, yeah, you're gonna carry your Guardian with you all 10 years. You're gonna take your Guardian with you to Destiny 2, 3, 4, however many Destinies we make. You're gonna take your Guardian with you throughout the whole lifespan. Then they changed it. Oh no, you're not taking anything with you. You're not taking anything with you. You're starting a brand new Guardian. Or you're not taking anything with you, but you are bringing your Guardian. And then they said something like, well, no, your Guardian is off on a special mission, and you're starting with a brand new Guardian from scratch, because they're gonna put in new facial features, new hair, no beards. Yeah, I know, no beards, man, no beards.
It can't get a perfect 10.
Sorry, yeah, the game will forever be a 9.9. I think that Guardian. I think our Guardian. Those are like, well, now your Guardian is off on a special mission. You're playing as a different Guardian. But then in the cutscene where Amanda Holiday comes to pick you up, she says, "Hey, Zavala, I'm picking up that Guardian. I got that Guardian you never shut up about." So then it's like, okay, so this is us then. This is us. This is our Guardian. So I don't even know. I think our Guardian is just gonna fall to the ground. Somebody's gonna, he's gonna lift himself up off the ground and kind of stumble on over. We're gonna stumble on over to a refuge where there's some survivors.
I wonder if it's gonna be like those old like Superman movies where he's like, I'm no longer super. I'm just a man, right? So like, there's like no double jump, nothing like that. Like we're back to ground zero. Like, I mean, which is fine for a video game. I mean, we see that kind of stuff in Metroid all the time. You start Super Metroid, you got all your missiles and everything. You're fighting Ridley, and then boom, you're done. You're stripped of everything, and start over. And that, I mean, so that's like a video game trope that we've had throughout the years. I really think Destiny needed it. If they didn't, Destiny 2 would definitely be more Destiny 1.5, which we've heard some people complain about, and it didn't need that. I know it's like kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off for some people. Like, I've worked so hard for all this for so many years. Yeah, but it needs to be fresh. It needs to be a new balance. It needs, And it's fine, and we would already be complaining about vault space as soon as Destiny 2 started.
I talked about it long ago.
Unless we have like the archive.
Playing Destiny 3 and still playing with my Fatebringer, man. You gotta move on, and you gotta get new stuff. So, either or I'm good with. If that's our Guardian from Destiny 1 and he falls off the, he tells us, Gary tells us, you're not a hero. You just forgot what death is. What death's like, and let me reacquaint you. And then he kicks us off the thing. I would go. That's fine. If that Guardian falls off and dies, and then we have to make a new Guardian where we make this new Guardian, and he emerges from like rubble or something. He emerges from like rubble or something, like, and decides to do the thing, but. I'm going to lean more towards that. He's going to fall off that ship, land, get up completely hurt, get up like super hurt, and then walk to like a refuge. But I'm good with it, man. I'm good with not starting with anything. Although we are going to have that exotic fusion rifle. Is it a fusion rifle? No, it's a laser gun. I forget what it's called. The
The Ghostbuster,
the ice
beam, the freeze ray. Gun.
I don't know how cool I am with them giving us exotic. Us buying, pre-ordering exotics. Like, let me play the game for that exotic. You know what I mean?
Well, and I said the same thing a few weeks ago, but somebody said, well, it could end up being like Galahorn in year 3, where it was a quest that you had to go and do, which that was fine.
But that's after December. In December, that's when a quest opens up for it. I don't even think it's gonna be a quest. I think they're just gonna put it in the loot table, and we're gonna somebody's gonna get it on a random nightfall and be like, oh look, I got it. How'd you get it? Random nightfall.
Yeah, and I guess in the reality of what my point, I was wrong. It wasn't that they gave us Galahorn; they gave us the skin for Galahorn.
Gave us the skin for Galahorn. Yeah, it was a Galahorn skin.
You know,
it was the Iron Galahorn. Yeah. It was still a quest for the Galahorn.
Yeah. Right. So yeah. I mean, but maybe. It's because there's so much stuff. They're like, hey, this is kind of a throwaway exotic. Let's just give this as a pre-order bonus.
They give us an exotic. I mean, if they follow the beta, if the beta continues exactly like if we go into the game and it follows the beta, which I don't think they're going to change much from the beta, we're going to get an exotic off the bat anyway. You know, the Titan's going to get that Gatling gun, the Warlock's going to get that auto rifle, and the Hunter got the sidearm. So I don't think, you know, so we're gonna get 2 exotics right. We're gonna get 2 exotics right off the bat, which to me kind of kills it. You know, that first exotic feeling. You know, because my first exotic, I got it. It was a complete surprise. It wasn't like I didn't even know what exotics were yet. I've been playing the game, and I still didn't know what an exotic was. I know. A buddy of mine told me, he's like, oh yeah, there's the uncommon gun, there's the rare guns, there's the legendary guns, and then there's these other guns. He didn't even know either what they were either. They told me these other guns. I'm like, all right. So I got my first exotic from Rahul of all places. He decrypted. I leveled up from level 3 to level 4, Rahul, and he left an icebreaker for me in the postmaster. And I was like, oh wow. Crap! Look at this! It was amazing. And then I got I got a Galahorn. I was like, oh boy, you know. So now we're gonna have to get excited for that for our 3rd exotic. It's gonna be the one that we're gonna get excited for.
Even when Destiny was throwing out exotics like Oprah, every time you hear one of those things, when you get it, there's that sound of like when you switch an exotic over in dim or anything like that. When it hits, there's just that. Yeah, it's such a satisfying sound. Right. Could you beatbox the rest of the show?
Hold on, let me load up my exotic. Bow bow.
Bow bow bow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, we are out of control. Out of control. But yeah, I love that. And so that's part of the joy of it, right? Is just hearing that thing pop for the first time. And, you know, so maybe the first 2 are going to be a little lackluster, but after
there's plenty that we still don't know about. I've avoided like weapon videos on YouTube. I've avoided weapon videos on YouTube, so I don't know much about weapons, but yeah, it'll still be exotic when I hear yeah, my exotic. They should give us custom sounds on what we like when you.
I think you need to set an alert up, bro. Every time you get an exotic, that song comes on.
You go to decrypt the legendary. You go to decrypt or you go to decrypt the legendary, and it's a really terrible legendary, and it goes.
See, you're gonna have this whole thing figured out, man. You need that stream deck or whatever, so you can just like just set it up and go.
Exclamation point donation on my channel. Give me that.
I thought it was only 200. Why are you looking for 2,000?
I want
understand.
10 of them. Don't ask me why. I got many sounds. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to pay my rent with this. No.
Right. So, I know we're laughing. It's time to get serious, though, because one of the first things we hear is the war's been lost. Dun, dun, dun. Like, exactly. So here, you know, our backs are against the wall right off the bat, right? Whereas like I kind of felt like as soon as you got that first gun in your hand in Destiny 1, like as soon as you came to life, it was like, nope, you're the badass. Nothing's gonna stop you. You know, like you had that Master Chief feeling immediately, and it only just got better, right? It only got better. And so maybe this time it's not going to be that way. Maybe this time it's going to be like, oh, there's 3 dregs over there. We better go around. You know, maybe it won't be quite. They won't be quite as much cannon fodder right off the bat. Like it may be. We got to be a little more strategic. Who knows? I'm just speculating. But that feeling of that they're portraying in the trailer, I like it.
Yeah, like we're sort of the underdog now. I would love to see, and to be honest, you know, I think we're going to all spawn in at level 20 or level 1. I mean, I don't know if we're going to start level 20. I guess that's for the beta. But I would love to see, you know, we're all at level 1 and we're running into like level 5s already. You know what I mean? Like that's how, you know, and we gotta really be smart about the way we kill these guys because they're level 5s, you know? So you kind of see that in Borderlands. You kind of see that in Borderlands too. You're running around and sometimes you'll see enemies they may be just random enemies when you're running around areas, and they'll be like 2, 3, 4 levels higher than levels higher than you, and if you don't have the right weapons, it'll take you a little longer to kill them. So I've been playing a lot of Borderlands lately, and I've been saying that I wouldn't mind if Destiny 2 was kind of Borderlandsy. Where certain guns are tied to certain areas, or tied to certain, you know, quests and things that you kind of have to do over and over and over again. You know, I got to keep diving into that. I got to keep going into that cave dive or whatever. You know, those events that they have us doing. You know, those I can't think of them right now. Temples, lost temples.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the name escapes me right now too.
But
like
temple to see if I can get this hand cannon, because it drops. You know, if I keep going down there, this hand cannon, you know, drops for me. You know, and I can level it up, or you know that you know, that would be really, really good. The replayability would just skyrocket, because I mean, look at a game like Borderlands. You know, a game came out 2012, Borderlands 2. People are still playing that game today. Like there's still a huge Borderlands 2 community. There's still huge Borderlands 2, you know, content creators out there that are still figuring out new things every single day on a game that's 5 years old. So I would like to see that, man. Spread the exotics around. Don't just give us exotics when we finish Nightfalls or when we finish, you know, raids. Let exotics drop everywhere. And tie exotics to certain events, you know, certain timed events. And like, oh man, we got 4 hours to do this event to try to get this exotic this exotic pulse rifle. We better, you know, log on. We better log on and start playing and farm the hell out of that for the next 4 hours. Or man, I missed it. Now I gotta wait in a day or two or a week, you know, to try to get that gun again. And you know, I'm hoping that, because I've been noticing that with Borderlands, you could farm enemies over and over and over, and you could actually get better weapons farming. You get the same weapon but a better style. Like there's this one farm that you could do. Now the name of the character escapes me, but he's near the front, where you just kill him over and over, and he keeps dropping this one like exotic style hand cannon, and he'll keep giving you a better and better and better version every time you farm this enemy. So I would love to see something like that. But you know, circling back around, yeah, you know, we feel like underdogs here, man, and I hope we feel like underdogs like the whole time. You know, like we're supposedly facing off against a super powerful enemy here. And I mean, if we spawn down and we're all at the same level, we're gonna feel the same way like we did in Destiny 1. I'm the man. Just give me a gun and I got these guys. I would like to see, you know, as we level up, those enemies level up, and we're constantly, you know, in a battle, because we lost the war. We shouldn't have any advantages at all.
Yeah, and I mean, like that, like maybe once we hit max level and then start adding light back to the picture, if that ends up being the case, maybe maybe. Then we start to catch up with their level to where we get to that point where we're the superhero again. But what's funny is like Wib is saying, no, Josh, we always shoot the mans, right? Like, no, we can't be sneaky. And then Spazatron 3000 says Sam Fisher style, right? Destiny 2 Splinter Cell, followed up by Wib saying, so will it be Trials of Chaos Theory on the weekends? But ching, you know. But that actually, I mean, all joking aside, think about the trailer. One of the things we see is a gal with like a cape on. Yeah. She's got like a hood on. Mm-hmm. It's a human. It's what it looks like anyway. With a sniper, it's right when they say we need to put a bullet into Gaul, right? But they look like they're doing some stealth stuff. And maybe that's going to be more of a thing in Destiny 2. And that's fine. I mean, it mixes up the constant just run and shoot. Like, I'm down with having to hide from some things and have to like really do ad control and then maybe finally, you know, take something out or have to
not be noticed. You know, there's one mission that they did in Destiny 1 that I would love to them do more of. You remember that one mission where we're cloaked and we go back into the Crota's end raid and we're cloaked and we have to grab a sphere and we can't let none of the enemies hear us or smell us or we're dead. I would love more missions like that in Destiny 2. When I was playing the beta, there's one part where you walk in and there's a cabal with his back to you. It'd be great if we had a from behind silent kill, you know what I mean? Where we hit him with the butt of our gun. You know, we hit him with the butt of our gun and he knocks out. But, you know,
even some animations. I mean, look, we saw Zavala like flip that guy's gun around and blast his face with it, right? And maybe we'll see that kind of stuff because, I mean, look, Destiny is the one that, or Bungie's the one that came up with it. Look at Halo Reach. It was like some of the best assassinations, right, came from that game. And then Halo has continued with assassinations, but I mean, why not bring it on, bring it into Destiny, but I mean, we didn't see it obviously yet. Maybe it's something that
T for teen. They can't have those violent type kills in a.
Yeah, but even Halo 5 is teen and they do it. There's just no blood. You know, it's like they'll shove a knife in a guy's forehead and then knee him.
They got the animation in the face. So we can throw stuff. Why aren't we throwing stuff at them? You know what I mean? Picking up stuff off the ground and throwing it at them. We have, you know,
like tossing rocks out of the way.
The animation's already there. I mean, we throw the little Siva bombs in the Wrath of the Machine so they could do it. You know, we could grab a rock, throw it at them, and while they're distracted with the rock, we start shooting them. You know what I mean? All kinds.
And I mean, it would mature the title for sure. It would mature the series. I mean, it would take it to another level that's not just the run and shoot, you know. And it's not. I mean, look, I don't want to sound like negative even saying that. It's not like it's a bad thing. Yeah. We've played Destiny for I think I have like 31 days total or something like that, right? It's crazy the amount of time I've spent in this game just running and shooting. It was fun. It finally got stale, right? That's fine. It happens. But adding these new elements and things that we've seen them add with other games. I mean, look, the big addition to Halo 2 was dual wielding, right? I mean, and that was something that was already in plenty of other games. But because it was new to Halo, hey, this is sweet, right? Destiny can do some things like that. Like, oh, we have stealth missions. Oh, we've been doing those forever, but now we're doing them as Guardians because we don't stand a chance against what we're fighting. And
we need to be sneaky, get around these guys, grab some piece of equipment or something, shut something down. That would be really cool. But I think they've already added the thing that we're gonna get, man. We're gonna get 2 primaries. We got 2 primaries now. I think that's Bungie's answer to something new. Well, you got 2 primaries now, and now the pulse rifles and the sniper rifles are now heavy machine guns. Hopefully, there's. I would love to see, what I took away from the trailer and we'll get into other stuff here, but what I took away from the trailer was there's gonna be missions where we're gonna be fighting alongside Cade. We're gonna be fighting alongside Ikora and Zavala. Probably early on because I think Zavala and Cade and all these people eventually go off to their own outposts, and then we have to go look for them. Um, um, I would love to see, yeah, a quest where it's like, hey, we got this girl up in a crow's, we got this, future guardian, or citizen of, a citizen of the tower, who's up in up in that crow's nest. You got to make sure she's got a clear shot. So we go down there and we clear stuff out so she could drop some big boss or something. I think what I took out of that was like, man, we're gonna have like those kind of escort missions in Destiny. Are we gonna have like escort missions and setup missions and I think that'll be a lot of fun, man. I'm just hyped. I really did like the trailer. I'm a PvE guy that took let's see, I played Destiny 1 from September until May. September 2014 until May 2015 without touching PvP. So it'd be great if I didn't have to touch PvP for longer than that, and I just had PvE stuff to do over and over and over and over and over and all these kind of things that I could keep doing.
Yeah, I mean, look, we kind of saw it in Destiny 1 also, where it was like the ghost is like, hey, you got my back while I hack this or whatever, but he was never really in any danger. No. Right? He never was really in any danger. So if we have humans now that we have to escort and keep them safe while still clearing out ads and all that stuff, like,
I mean Zavala can die in that opening mission. That opening mission that we're in, he actually can die, and we weren't punished for it. We could just res him up and we keep going. But yeah, it'd be great if we got to escort this human. We got to escort this human across. They got some sort of information that could help us out. Your human dies. Oh, you got to start the mission. You got to start the mission again. There is no resurrecting that human because that human is not a guardian. So if that human goes down, we're all starting. We're starting the mission again. Getting me excited, Josh. I'm like itching, man. Itching. Gotta get my hands on this game already, man.
That's good, dude. That's good. That's the point of the show, man. We want to get people excited for this game, and it's fun to speculate. We're gonna have it in our hands in a week, and we won't be speculating any longer. We're gonna be talking about experiences at that point, and so we could be way off the mark, and it's fine. I still trust Bungie is going to give us a good game, especially what I've seen recently with this newest trailer. Like it's great, and so.
By the way, did you hear that Xbox is getting an exclusive first?
Yeah, do tell.
Xbox players, you're getting an exclusive. You get to download Destiny first right now before PlayStation 4. So if you have the digital if you bought Destiny digitally on your Xbox One, you may already start to download the game. It might already automatically download on your console if you have it set up for auto download, but Xbox players, they're getting the download first. So there you go, Xbox, you get something over the PS4.
There's Xbox hype in the chat right now.
Xbox can already download the game before PS4 players. Man, I'm still such an old guy, man. I still like, and I know, and if you're listening to the podcast right now, you can't see this, but I still like to hold a disc in my hand, dude. I still love a physical disc. I don't know if I'll ever get over if I ever get over that, but I got physical copies of almost every game I have. Almost. I have some, digital downloads. I'm still a physical disc guy. So yeah, I'll be grabbing my disc. I guess that sounded terrible. I'll be grabbing my disc, ladies. I'll be grabbing my copy of Destiny 2 from GameStop. Hopefully they let us grab it at midnight or the day before or whatever. But Yeah, so there you go. Start downloading your game, man. GG Bungie, GG. That way people could just load up and get in.
Yeah, which I mean, we kind of touched on that last week. How's that going to be? Are people in New Zealand going to be playing like 16 hours before we do, or before I do?
No, I
Anyway?
mean,
13 hours before you.
if it's midnight Eastern, or midnight Pacific, we're looking at 3 a.m. Eastern time. So if it's Bungie time, yeah, we're looking at 3 a.m. for me, and and UK is 5 hours. So UK is looking at 8 in the morning, and yeah, and Australia like 15 hours after that. I just want to see what it's like, man. I wonder if they're ready to go. The amount of people that are going to be wanting to play Destiny, because you saw what happened with the beta. It was hard to get in. There was a queue line, or people were getting error coded out of there. I just want to see if they're ready to go. Come the time for the game to kick off. Will people be able to hit that X button or A button, or no, not really any other button for a computer, because you won't have it yet. But will people be able to hit that A button or X button and go right into the game? That'll be interesting to see if there's any queues to get in.
And if you guys keep hearing that little bell that's going off, that little ringing sound, that's from follows on my on my Twitch, and I have no idea how to turn it off. So Guardian Outpost is going to help me after this. But welcome everybody that's followed, and for you podcast listeners, I do apologize. That will be remedied. I promise.
Yeah.
So the last few things I want to just touch on with the trailer. Cade with the chicken. That was hilarious.
Cade has
become
he's become the comic relief, man. The guy that brings levity to everything. So Cade with a chicken. Yeah, I mean, there's no explanation needed. Like, yeah, that's Cade, and he's of course he's holding on to a chicken. Yeah, maybe he misses his spicy ramen place, so he's gonna start making his own spicy ramen, and he needed some chicken ingredients. That chicken's gonna die, guys. Sorry, vegans, PETA. Sorry, that chicken might die. He might kill that chicken with one bite. He is an exo. He has a metal mouth. Just sorry.
He's growing new guardians with that chicken. That's what's happening.
Did you see somebody made
that's what's going down.
Destiny gear for the chicken? There was art out there. Somebody made Destiny gear for the chicken. The chicken's a guardian now.
I love it. So instead of dogs, like we thought we might get at one point, we're just gonna there's gonna be look, chickens are the most deadly creature in Zelda. So we know they are a force to be reckoned with.
Quest
so
in the farm where we gotta grab a chicken and you must grab me a chicken. I'll give you like some glimmer or something.
Who knows, man? I mean, if you think back to Fable, there was like you can get people to call you chicken chaser or whatever. Like there was chickens have kind of been a part of gaming for for a while.
Tomb Raider, there was a quest where you could grab some chickens and you got some XP. You were like in this. You discovered like this little outpost after you went into like this sacred area. And there was this one side quest. Like, oh, help me with my chickens. So you're like Lara Croft chasing after chickens. You can grab them by the legs and like throw them into their chicken coop. So yeah, chickens are huge, man. I don't know what's going on with chickens.
Yeah, and it's like kind of what I was saying earlier too. Like Cade, I feel like is bringing comic relief, but it's not corny. Like Nathan Fillion just has this thing about him, even in the Firefly series and whatnot. Like, he could have these one-liners and be funny, but at the same time, it was like, don't turn your back on him. Like, he's not a person you want to mess with.
He is he's like Face from A-Team. Except
raise your hand, chat, if you know who the A-Team is.
I think we just aged ourselves there.
We totally did, but it's all right. Listen, and we're not talking about the movie with Liam Neeson.
When the captain had a plan for the A-Team, Face was there, and I love it when a plan comes together, and Face was Face was always there, man. Face was always there. Face was the man. He was so Cade is a guy who you always have that guy in every movie, every TV show, every video game where he's the funny guy. he's the funny guy, but when it comes down to it, man, he kicks a lot of ass. And Nathan Fillion, I love him in everything. I don't know if you saw Santa Clarita Diet. He was in one episode of Santa Clarita Diet, the show on Netflix starring Drew Barrymore. You should check it out. She's a zombie but alive. She acts like you and me, but yet she's a zombie. Like she needs to eat people, you know. So it's
interesting.
She's a zombie that she just walks around. She still does her job. She still works. She's still married to her husband and all this stuff. But she needs to eat people. Like she can't eat regular food anymore. She's got to eat people. Nathan Fillion was in that show, and he got eaten the first episode. Spoiler alert. But he was great. I was rooting for him. I was like, no, they hate Nathan Fillion. I love that guy. He's so great. He was even good in Rick and Morty. He was good. He was in the first episode of this season. Playing one of the bugs. He was even great there. So yeah, man. Spoiler: he also dies in the first episode of Rick and Morty. Dies everywhere. He dies everywhere.
Gosh. Just bringing all the spoilers. Oh boy, we're gonna get bad. I get bad reviews for spoilers, so that's what happens. That's at Guardian Outpost.
You get people mad at me for ruining Santa Clarita Diet. My God, people. Watch a good show.
Oh boy. So, Ikora fires a shotgun from a sparrow. What do you think? Think we get to shoot from the sparrows now?
They're teasing us. Yeah.
You think so?
I think that's a cutscene exclusive. I don't think it's gonna happen. We're gonna be able to ride.
We'll
pikes.
see. Fingers crossed.
There's gonna be lots of pikes, and we can shoot from pikes. You know, we've had the pikes that shoot, but I don't think sparrows are gonna. I don't think we're gonna be able to shoot from sparrows, and I don't think there's gonna be any gun equipped. Could be wrong. Again, game comes out in 16 days. 16 days? No. How many days? 8, 9, 15 days. It comes out in 15 days. And could be wrong. We could probably do a question like, oh, check out your sparrow. You could freaking you could shoot from the sparrow. So it'd be really good if that would happen. I think that's just that's a cutscene thing. I mean, it got me excited. I'm like, woo, 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 but then I held back and went, nah, it's probably not gonna happen. Because then they showed other Guardians riding sparrows, and none of the other Guardians were shooting. There was no. They were just riding sparrows like normal. When they did show game footage, it was Guardians on pikes, and pikes you could shoot with pikes.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. I would like to see that, especially if we ever have any kind of PvP game modes where we have to. That's is
Rick,
that Rick or Morty?
That's Rick.
I've never seen this show.
Josh, I love Destiny. I love the show. I'm a big fan here, and just gotta tell you, I listen every week. No, sorry, Rick's so rude. You gotta watch the show to get what I just did.
Fair
this
enough.
is what you get when Guardian Outpost
Fair.
is your co-host.
I love it, man. I love it. I've got a desk full of Mario toys in front of me.
It's so great, man. Doing this job, content creation, you get toys sent to you and all this stuff. We're men in our 30s, but we're so excited about toys.
Tell us about yours,
I got a
actually.
whole bunch of great stuff from Funko. They sent me the whole Destiny set. I got all the Destiny characters. I got Ikora, I got Cade, I got Zavala, Atheon, Oryx, and Crota. It's really good. And then a buddy of mine sent me that Rick and Morty figurine of Rick tossing the middle fingers. It's from an episode where he goes inside of his car, and there's a world inside of his car, and he told everybody in that world that flipping the bird means peace on earth or peace amongst worlds. That's what he told them the flipping off the bird meant. So so many great toys. Of course, I got my Cade from GameStop that when I pre-ordered Destiny 2 on Xbox and PS4. Just so many great things. My Mario hats that I bought. It's just it's just amazing, man. It's just I'm running out of room already. I might need another room to put all these toys.
I love it, man. Those Destiny pops, like, you also got a lot of people jealous when those pictures went up of that. They were like, Where did
Yeah,
you
look
get
at this
this?
Oryx one that I got. I know those on podcasts you can't see, but those in chat. Look at this Oryx one that I got, man. It is hefty, good size, very well detailed. It is my favorite one. Is the Oryx one. D2 fidget spinners. I did not get my D2 fidget spinner. I missed out on my D2 fidget spinner. But
You gonna be all right? It seems like you might need a
sorry about
moment.
that. Let's
You need-
end the podcast right there. I think I'm done.
Oh my goodness. Well, and you kind of mentioned it earlier too. Like Destiny 2 is just looking bigger and badder, and it's. I'm excited. I'm excited. But I want to get into some streaming tips real quick, and basically a few things that I learned this week, and we'll just kind of bounce a few things off each other here. But like one of the things that I've been noticing is, or I want to encourage people, is don't focus at all on the money. Don't if you're getting into it for that, just stop right now, because it's not what it's about. It's about building community and hanging out with friends on a regular basis. Like Mondays are Mondays, right? Mondays are my mainstream night. I get together with a bunch of friends, basically fire up the stream. I played Mario Sunshine yesterday, and I had to ride the bloopers, which are the little like octopus in Mario. I had to ride it like a surfboard around the water, and I would collect all the coins, and then I would crash. Like right at the end, and it happened multiple times, and we all had a bunch of great laughs. Like I was crying at one point. I was laughing so hard, just that like, how could I be so bad at this? Kirby Geek was like, how are you going to survive this game later if you're this bad at it now? Like they're just poking fun, and we're just having a blast. And so go into it for that. Go into it with the mindset of building community and getting to know people and just having a good time with them. That being said, there's nothing wrong with checking statistics and that kind of stuff. And there's some software out there like Streamlabs and Stream Elements. If you use those, you get an email when your stream is done, and it gives you percentages of like how many people were chatting, how many more were here this time than they were last time. How many, whatever. There's just different analytics that let you know, oh, hey, look, one of my stats last night was up like 84% from my previous stream, So I'm like, well, that's cool. That's encouraging, Some days it may go down, but it can help you track things. It can help you kind of figure out like, well, I played this game and this happened, or I played this game and this happened, what's happening here. And so use those things. The other thing that I kind of want to bring up, because it's what I've been doing, is don't be afraid of variety streaming. A lot of us would say it's best to get grounded in a community, and that can be the case. That has worked for some people very well. But for some people, they hit a plateau, right? And what do you do? What do you advise people to do when they hit that plateau?
Get away from it for a bit. Get away from it from a bit. Do something else. Hitting a plateau is tough, because then you think, oh man, I'm not growing anymore. But Twitch is waves, man. Everything is ebbs and flows. You got waves where you're like, you can't do nothing wrong. You're gaining tons of followers a stream, or people are dropping tons of bits, so you may get a few subs here and there, a couple of donations, and you're killing it. And then there's times where it's like, where did everybody go? What's happening? What's going on? So you can't control that. Viewership is viewership. But yeah, if you plateau, if you feel like you're plateauing in a game, reach out to other streamers and ask them, hey, what did you do? What do you do when you plateau? I sometimes, when I plateau, and I see that the game that if that I'm not growing or nothing's happening, yeah, I'll get away from the game for a little bit and I'll play something else, and then come back with a fresh perspective on the game and um and get back in there. I know that this summer has been real tough for a lot of people. It's been tough for me especially, been tough for a lot of people. So because I'm a Destiny streamer and there wasn't much Destiny to play, and the Destiny interest was down. So what did I do? I started playing other games. I played a ton of games this summer, more games than I've ever. I'm not gonna say more games I've ever had because there were some summers when I was 12 years old where I played like 100 games with my cousin. But I've played more games on stream than I've ever had recently. Do other things. Do a podcast. Write some blogs. Go out there on other forms of social media. Try to reach out to other people because if you plateau what you're currently doing, you gotta change it. It's like eating pizza every single day. Eventually you get tired of the pizza, so you gotta go and eat something. You gotta go and eat something else. So let's say you promote yourself using Instagram and nothing but Instagram. Reach out, go over to Twitter, go over to Snapchat, Facebook. Interact. Visit other streamers and network. There's many things to do. Just change it up. Just change it up. Like, what do you do when you're in life? When you're plateauing, when you're plateauing in life, you're in a rut. You change things up and you do, and you do something else. But I want to quickly say something that you mentioned about going into it on the money. Doctors make a lot of money, but if you go into being a doctor just to make a lot of money, you're gonna kill a lot of people. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to kill people by Twitch streaming, but it's the same thing. Doctors make a lot of money. Lawyers make a lot of money. But if you're going into it, well, actually, let me not even say anything about lawyers. Lawyers make a lot of money whether they're good or bad. It doesn't matter whether they stop you from going to jail or whether you go to jail. Your lawyer's still getting paid. They get paid regardless. So if you want to get into some money, go become a lawyer. Guardian Outpost tip of the day. First one's free, folks. The next ones are $4.99. But if same thing like being a doctor, man. Same thing for being a doctor. If you want to be a doctor, you got to have a passion for healing people and helping people and wanting to make people feel better. If you're in there for the money, then yeah, you're gonna end up hurting. You're gonna end up hurting a lot of people. So that goes with everything, man. Concentrate on being the best content creator you can, and maybe money comes. Maybe more viewers come. Maybe sponsorships come. Maybe, being featured in a Guardian Con will come. Maybe getting invited to a podcast will come. Maybe. Again, doesn't guarantee nothing, even if you put on great content. But always concentrate. Don't watch a guy. Don't watch a big streamer that has 20,000 viewers, and you see his subscription alert is constantly going off. His bits alert are constantly going off, and think, oh man, I can do what this guy's doing and make a whole ton of money. Let's do it. Let me invest $2,000 in equipment and do it. Before you know it, you find yourself still in a $2,000 hole 6 months later, because you're only thinking about money. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to mention that because you were mentioning that earlier. But going back to the plateau stuff, yeah, if you feel like you're plateauing, change it up. Change up how you're promoting yourself. Change your stream. I mean, I'm not saying like change your stream completely, but do something different on your stream. Like introduce a segment. Play with someone else. Just change things up, man. Plateauing means what you're doing is not working anymore. Like when you're working out, and you've been doing the same exercises for 6 months, your body gets used to it. You got to change up those exercises. So change it up, kids.
Second
Damn
tip.
I gave another one for free.
Sweet. Yeah. I mean, Nurse Fern says, I love my job. Streaming is a hobby. Like, make it a hobby. Plan on, don't view success as getting paid, right? When it comes to streaming, view success as building community and building relationships. Because I mean, everybody that's in here right now, I love these people, right? I mean, they're here through thick and thin. They're here, you know, all the time. They could be doing so many other things. That's what blows my mind. I sit at work and I'm like, why are these people watching? Why are they here instead of watching Netflix? You know what I mean? But they are, and I love it. I love that the interaction. That's success, right? So even if it's one person in your stream, hey, it's success. Even if it's zero, just keep grinding. Keep grinding. You never know what's going to happen. And get out there, network. Don't be afraid of variety streaming. Don't, Dave, you mentioned recently to take advantage of multi-streaming. Get into that a little bit.
Yeah, I said that in our Outpost stream team Discord. It's gonna be tough the first few days, first few weeks, maybe even the first month of Destiny 2, because first of all, I'm hearing more and more people saying that they're taking off that whole week. I'm taking the whole week off. I'm taking the whole week off to stream Destiny, play Destiny. I'm also hearing from people I'm going to avoid spoilers. I'm hearing from people, I'm not going to watch any streams, or I'm going to, So the first few weeks, because I learned this lesson when I played Taken King, was I think I had a third every time a new thing comes out for Destiny, I get a third of what I normally get, because a lot of people either take time off, stream the game themselves. A lot of people avoid spoilers, and the most people go watch the big streamers. You're the guys at the top of the directory, to see what their thoughts on the game is. Everybody wants to see, those guys. They got the credibility. They're the ones that own the directory. So, and plus, there's going to be others coming from other directories as well, flooding in the directory. So it's going to be more spread out. So the first week, 2, 3, 4 weeks is going to be really tough in Destiny 2, because there's going to be an influx of new people streaming, and an influx of new. When people watch a new game, and most people do this, and most people that watch streams that come to Twitch, are your casual Twitch viewers. They're watching the people at the top of the directory. For whatever reason, people think that if you're at the top of the directory, that must mean you must be a better streamer than those at the bottom of the directory. So a lot of, the casual Twitch viewer will do that. They'll go and watch people at the top of the directory. So it's going to be tough, and it's going to be flooded. So what I'm saying to those that are going to stream the game, hey, hook up with someone else, multi-stream, do like a talk show type of stream where both of you are interacting with each other, talking about the game, like run the story campaigns together, run the PvP together, run the new strikes, run everything together, run through the game together, and combine your communities. And it's also a great way to network. You go out there and be like, hey, why don't we play Destiny 2 together? Why don't we play Destiny 2 together on launch day? I think it'll help both of our communities out. Again, multi with someone in your own, in your own, level. Like if you average 10 to 15 viewers, don't go up to somebody that averages 100 to 200 viewers and be like, hey, would you like to multi that day? They're going to shut you down. Go up to someone else that averages 10 to 15 viewers. Be like, hey, I average 10 to 15 viewers. You average 10 to 15 viewers. And, let's put our communities together, and let's stream Destiny 2 and be realistic. A lot of people, myself included, and others, like that, we're gonna get crushed. Like I'm lucky enough that I'm gonna get some free exposure from Twitch, the first couple weeks. But not everybody, not everybody could do that. So a lot of people are not gonna see their normal numbers for a long time. So it's a great chance to network with other people, and really hone your craft on the game, and learn a lot about the game the first couple of weeks. That way, when people do come up to you, and people start spreading out and going out to other streamers once they're kind of done watching the big streamers, and people kind of leave the directory and they come to you, you know a lot about the game. Hey, so how do I get this? Oh, I already know. I already got it. This is how you do it. So it's a good thing. Exactly, with our communities combined, heart, fire, exactly, and you could Captain Planet so yeah, multi-streaming at the beginning is really good because everybody wants to play the new title first. Everybody wants to be there day one, new title. I'm playing it, but the thing is, the popular streamers are also doing that. When I play a new title, I wait till after some of the hype has died down, and then I go in. I mean, not too much, and then I'll go in like Fortnite. I didn't play Fortnite when it first came out. I waited a week to play some Fortnite, and I did well. I did well because people still like the game. There weren't as many people as many big time streamers streaming it, so I got a really good turnout for Fortnite. Met a bunch of new people, and it was a lot of fun. So, I'm gonna do this as well. I'm gonna reach out to some other partnered streamers or some affiliates that may be around my same level, and I might say, hey, why don't we, we're not gonna get that many viewers on day one. Why don't we combine and do a multi-stream and talk about the game together? So I think that's a good way to network and get out there and meet new people for this new game.
Yeah, share the audience, guys. It's the best thing you can do as a streamer. Like just network
like
and work together.
Might not come to you. And their viewers might not come to your channel, and your viewers might not go to the other person's channel. But at least you know about each other. You know what I mean? So let's say the guy you're multiing with is streaming at a time that he doesn't normally multi in. You know what I mean? Like this guy streams at night. I stream in the morning, but now he's streaming in the morning. So now we're streaming together in the morning. And then let's say he goes back to work or he goes back to his regular schedule. You're on in the morning. Some people from his community are bumping around Twitch and be like, "Oh, that N64 Josh guy, yeah, that's the guy that was streaming with Guardian Outpost that other day. Yeah, let me go check him out. Yo, Josh, I met you on that multi-stream with Guardian Outpost. Bam, right there, success. Even if it's one person, is an absolute success. Mm-hmm. And then you connect with that person, create a relationship with that person, and then that person will help you grow. Be like, oh, they'll go back. So they'll come back to my stream, and they'll be like, yo, Guardian, man, I was hanging out with that N64 Josh guy, man. He was really cool. And then before you know it, people in my channel are hearing about him, and then vice versa, same thing. Somebody will come to my channel, hey Josh, or somebody will come to my channel, hey, I saw you streaming with N64 Josh the other day, man. That was really cool. And then they'll go back to Josh's channel and be like, hey, I streamed that, that Guardian Apples guy. Then so on and so forth. It's kind of like seeds. You're planting seeds all over the place. So even if, like I said, even if it's one person that comes back, one person that you gain, one follower, could be a potential subscriber, friend, girlfriend, husband, wife, who knows? You never know what they could be to you. Mistress.
Jimmy Pike saying that he was big on the Aimcast, right? He was a big Aimcast fan, and I didn't hide my Star Wars fanboyness, and so that's what brought him here. So, and even to that point, just be yourself, do your thing. Have fun, so that there's not, you don't need any extra stress. This can just be fun. It can be relaxing. Like Mondays, I just look forward to sitting down and streaming. It's super relaxing. It's a ton of fun. I love chatting with all the folks that come and hang out. And so,
my day is ruined if I can't stream. This morning I wasn't able to stream because the internet was out, and my day was ruined. I didn't want to do anything the rest of the day. I'm like, wife is like, are you gonna go to the gym? Yeah. Are you gonna do this? Yeah. Just yeah. I was a big baby the whole day.
You just turned into a pirate the whole time.
I don't want to turn into a Muggsy.
Or a
yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, wife, I'm not gonna do anything here. See, I'm gonna sit on this couch and drink my whiskey. See.
Oh man. Well, hey, let's put a bow on this thing. Where can people find you?
You can find me, man. Twitch.tv/Guardian Outpost. and Twitter at Guardian Outpost. You can hit up my Instagram as well if you want, Guardian Outpost as well on the Instagram. Um, and that's about it. Every morning, 6 a.m. Eastern time. If you're listening to this podcast live, I'll be on tomorrow. If you're listening to the podcast live, you're in chat. If you're those of you are in chat, I'll be streaming tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern time, doing some Borderlands. If you're listening to this podcast recorded, hey, I'm going to be doing a charity stream on Friday, August 25th, raising money for StackUp.org. StackUp.org is a organization that raises money for veterans, for current veterans deployed and wounded veterans as well. What they do is StackUp is great. What they do is every video game convention, StackUp goes to that video game convention and they bring a wounded warrior with them. So I got to meet I didn't get to meet him, but I saw the guy from the army that they brought with them. Super cool guy, had a Destiny shirt on. He looked like he was having a good time. I know my friend Grumpy Drunken One. His name is Mike. He's a former Navy guy. He's a Navy guy, wounded Navy guy, and he's gonna get to go to TwitchCon because of StackUp.org. Another buddy of mine, Cadix Gaming, got to go to PAX West and got a tour of Bungie Studios because of StackUp.org. So I'll be raising money for them on Friday. Me and a bunch of other streamers are doing a 24-hour stream. I'm kicking it off at 6 a.m. Eastern time on my channel, and we're going to try to raise a bunch of money for the military. And then, yeah, man, August 28th is Destiny 2 time.
Ooh, so exciting. Guys, you're going to find me on Twitter at N64Josh. You're going to find me on Twitch at N64Josh, where we do this show live Tuesday nights, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. Remember, audibletrial.com/thelootcast gets you a free audiobook of your choice. It also helps support the show, so we really, really appreciate that. Patreon.com/thelootcast gets you an extra podcast each month, just $1 or more. Go check that out if you want the details. Guys, you're going to find me all over the internet. Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, pretty much everywhere. All N64Josh. So check that stuff out. Guess what, guys? I wrote a song this last weekend. And this is my second video game related song. The first one's actually Destiny related. I've got to I got to put the finishing touches on it. But I'm actually going to be in my buddy's home studio laying tracks down for this Mario themed song called Another Castle. And so there's going to be a video and everything. And I really can't wait to share it with you guys. So, Jimmy Pike, if you're in our Discord, you've heard it, the N64Josh Discord. I posted it in there. So, yeah, if you have a chance, you can leave us a review. Let us know how we're doing with the new format, the new hosts, and all that stuff. We'd really, really appreciate that. I Never Say Die. Thank you so much for that host, my man. Kirby, thank you. Akram, Jimmy Pike, Modern Prophet, Spazatron, Alka-Seltzer-Tini. She's going to be our guest next week. I hope the internet's ready for that. If there's anybody I missed, I apologize, guys. Thank you for all being here live with us. We do appreciate it. Sneaky Sniper, thank you so much. And if you're here live, we're going to start the next show in about a half hour. So, grab a snack, whatever, and we're giving away a copy of Mario plus Rabbids. So there you go. Dave, thank you.
No, thank you, man. Thank you. Listen, man. You gotta stop thanking me. I'm your co-host now. I'm here every week. This has now become a part of my responsibility. So you don't need to thank me anymore.
Ooh.
You can thank me when we meet each other again.
Well,
if we ever see each other in person. Remember, I'm your co-host.
All right.
You don't need to. It's nice.
Oh, Alka-Seltzer's 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks. Alka-Seltzer's 2 weeks.
I will get her name right eventually at some point.
Alka-Seltzer-Tini, like a martini.
I keep calling her Alka-Seltzerini. That's what I keep calling her. But yeah, listen, I'm your co-host now. We're doing this thing together. So. I mean, you can thank me. It's nice, but you don't need to thank me all the time. Listen, this is now I gotta be sitting in this chair every Tuesday night at 8:30, 8:35 p.m. Eastern time. If I'm not sitting in this chair, you have every right to get mad at me because this is now I have accepted a contract. This is a contract between friends, and I am your co-host. No longer need to thank me as if I'm some guest. The guest. I've thrown away the guest key. I've grabbed the house key. I now live here. This is my house. I put some beer in the fridge.
Roommate, thanks for being here on time.
All right, there you go.
All right, guys. Much love. We'll see you later. Okay, guys, if you're still in chat with us, let's go raid somebody. Let's go. Okay, Dave, how do I turn off the sounds?
Dude,
from Twitch?
You mean from Twitch? Like you mean, like are you watching?
Is there a way to do
live? Are you watching the stream while you're? I mean, just your stream.
Well, the video is muted. I have the video preview off. It's just when a follower hits, I get like I don't know if it's a WiseBot notification. I don't know what. Something makes that little
properties on your OBS and just turn that off and just like mute it, or mute your desktop sounds.
Oh boy, that's where your audio is. So I'd be host.
No. Well, if you're looking for somebody to raid,
we'll figure it out.
This guy's a good dude. He's playing Resident Evil right now. Actually, his first time playing Resident Evil. He's a good dude. I met him at St. Jude. If you want to raid him, I don't know. Am I allowed to put links in chat, or am I gonna get destroyed? Oh no, I got timed out.
Oh, you'll be I'll give you a sword right now.
Sword, baby. All right, I'm waiting for that sword. Yeah, if you guys want to raid this guy, he's a real cool dude. Pixel. His name is Pixel Monkey. He's Canadian. Super nice guy. I met him.
There you go. You have a sword.
Oh no! There we go. I met him at in St. Jude. I met him at St. Jude in Memphis, and he's actually going to start playing Destiny 2. He came up to us, you know, Kevin, Dammit Bennett, Jukebox 360, and myself. We were all standing there, and he came up to us. He's like, "You guys are the Destiny guys, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're the Destiny guys." He's like, "Oh man, I heard it's coming to PC." And I heard it's coming to PC. I'm like, yeah, man, do it, play the game. And he's a real good dude, partnered streamer, but a real humble dude. And he's gonna be soon joining us in the Destiny community.
Very cool, very cool. Well, guys, let's hit him with a Lootcast raid, and we'll see you guys over there.
Hit him with some of those GOP Marios, so he knows it's me.
There you go.
All right, I'm gonna drop that host on him. All right, guys.
All right, thanks for being here, guys. Later.